Peace, peace, family. Peace, 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 peace. Make sure you're sharing. Make sure you're sharing. Make sure you're sharing. What's going on, family? Q&A, ask away. Q&A, ask away. Hopefully everybody took advantage of the $75 deal that we had going on. Can everybody hear me good? We good. Okay. Alright, we good. Peace. Somebody asked who can help fix my credit. Well, there's plenty of people out here that help repair credit, but my best advice would say to learn contract law. Will the mentorship be recorded? Yes, for those that become a member of the mentorship. All right, I got a couple of people that signed up for the mentorship. They aren't reading the direction, family. Listen, just because you sign up, if you don't do everything that is required, your spot is not solidified. Okay. All right, so make sure you are following the directions on the very first post on my page. It breaks down directions for mentorship. All right, mentorship. We also have a meeting this Wednesday. All right, for all mentees that have paid and they already have their confirmation email. All right, we will be having a meeting this Wednesday to go over the June schedule. All right. But yes, the mentorship will be recorded for those that attend. Do I send anything to the Treasury? No, I don't. Now, are there processes that deal with stuff like that? Of course. But do I? No. It ended early and I missed the sale. Yeah, so right now, each course is $150. So my contract class is $150. How to endorse your rent is $150. Beginner course is $50. All right, my beginner course for all beginners out there. All right, for all beginners that just don't know what it is that we're talking about. Okay, I have a beginner course breaking these acts down while I'm reading these acts. All right, you can get that for $50. All right, somebody said I applied for a credit card and they did not accept. Okay, so first of all, let me ask you this. Did you read the decline letter? Have you received your decline letter? And as I'm asking this, I can't go to your follow-up question because there's so many comments. So I'm going to ask these questions. You kind of answer to yourself. If you got declined for anything, for whatever reason, all right, the first thing first, you got to get that decline letter. They have to send it in writing, the reason of why they declined you. All right, just because they said they declined you, all right, they have to give you the reason. All right, they got to give you the reason. Okay, so first thing first, once you get that decline letter, you want to read the decline letter. I know for the person that asked the question, hey, I need somebody to help fix my credit, what exactly is that going to do if you don't properly understand how to utilize your credit? Okay, because I know a lot of people with high credit scores feels like they're in a great position, but my friend, if you have a high credit score but you don't have the capacity to contract, then you're nothing but a minor with a high credit score. Okay, and that may go over a lot of folks' heads, but for those that are informed, know exactly what I mean by that. Okay, just because you have a high credit score means what exactly? Your APR rates are low. The APR rate is supposed to go to you. It's not supposed to go to the bank. So for us to think that we need a high credit score so we can have lower APR rates, that whole mentality is backwards because no law backs that. All right? No law backs that at all. But yeah, for the person that got declined, I will read my decline letter. For whatever reason that they say I didn't get approved, I know the main reason was due to they want to see if I have capacity to contract. They want to see if you know how to respond if they make an error. If you don't know how to stand up for yourself, my friend, they're going to treat you like a minor. And no offense, I know we're in minor status now because we don't understand what to do with that. But you have to understand it's a journey. All right, it's not going to just be something like, oh, okay, let me just send this in so I can get a reverse. People that get their declines reverse are people that have done studying, that understand what's going on. All right, they can stand up for themselves. I'm not putting the pressure on you, but I'm saying that's going to be one of your first steps. It's really understanding what's going on. All right, let me scroll back to the top. All right. No, I don't say anything to. Can we send our bill to the digital trustee also? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. The question was, can we send our bills to the indigent trustee? Yes, you can. I would even go as far as reaching out to that indigent trustee just to see, hey, I was looking on the 10K. I would literally say this. Hey, I was looking on the 10K form for this bank, and I see that y'all are registered at the indigent trustee. Is that true? Because I have a couple of securities that I would like to send over. They either going to say yes or no. All right, and if you did your research correctly, they're going to say yes. If I wanted to start to get remedy, what books do I start with first? No books, family. The beautiful thing about Congress is they didn't put a lot of this stuff in big books that scare a lot of us. All right, Congress knows that big, huge books scare us. As soon as we see a big-ass book, first thing we do is like, damn, I got to read all that. So what Congress have done is have made this readily available for anybody that truly wants to read this information. Now, no offense, a lot of people say, hey, what books can I read? And most people that say that they ain't read a book since middle school. Okay, so me personally, I never was trying to find books. Me personally, I go to Google and just type in whatever act it is that I need to read. Like the Bill of Exchange Act, I can literally just go to Google, type that in. The Federal Reserve Act, I can literally go to Google, type that in. The Sesticate Vi Act of 1666, I can literally go to Google, type that in. So me personally, I don't really search for books. Now I have some books, a business law book by Henry R. Cheeseman. For those that's been following me, that's really pretty much the only book I have. Also, I got a 7 series book as well on how to become a 7 series broker. Those are the only 2 books I have. But as far as acts and trying to learn these laws, it's right at your fingertips, like literally on your phone. Go into Google, type it in. Again, Bill of Exchange Act, Federal Reserve Act, Negotiable Instrument Act, Promissory Note Act. They have a Indentured Trustee Act. Okay, they have all kinds of acts because the consumer is supposed to be reading these acts so we can take proper action. That's why it's called an act. That's why I think it's called an act. I think it's because we're supposed to be taking action, like the Bill of Exchange action, the Federal Reserve action, the promissory note action, indentured trustee action. All right. FYI, I had success with a M&T bank card, but the others weren't honorable. Okay. Still in the fight. Y'all gotta remember, this is our new lifestyle. Do y'all think when I send stuff off, it just automatically go through? Comment 1 if that's what you believe. If you believe soon as I send something through, it just goes through, nothing happens to me, they just open the door for me, I want you to comment 1. Alright, and I also want to say, my friend, you have built up an unrealistic fairy tale thought. Okay, I don't know what folks think. Like, okay, I know I get on here and be talking, okay, y'all, but I be drained too. I be having to go through the battle too. I gotta send my documents too. I gotta bam. All right, everybody does, y'all. Like, just because my T-Mobile went through, okay, don't mean One of my credit cards might, you know what I'm saying, they might act funny. All right, they may act funny. They may act funny. All right. I've gotten a remedy. I don't even want to say that, because then people going to be like, oh shit, I don't got to do that either. He said he got a remedy, not doing it. I got to watch my mouth. Somebody said, when you endorse a bill, is it paid back to you and not just setting off the account? I get confused watching the class. Okay, you gotta remember, when you endorse the bill, how much is on that bill? You can only endorse it as much as is being sent to you. That's why I try to tell folks to get the payoff sheet. If you can get that payoff sheet, then you can endorse the full amount. Because if not, all you can do is endorse the amount that they issued to you. And if you're just endorsing the monthly bill, there'll still be a principal balance that is due. All right, for those that don't know what the principal balance is, the principal balance is the amount that you see on your bill, or the overall balance that's due. Now you got to ask yourself, who the hell is the principal? The moment you figure out who the principal is, the more all this stuff makes sense, family. The more you understand the terms, the more all this is going to make sense, family. All right? So, if the principal is owed $50,000, who is the principal? Y'all got to remember, we control the principal. If the money is owed to the principal, all we got to do is say, hey, let me not say all we got to do is say, okay, it's an administrative process, but along the lines, we're going to say something like, hey, we coming forth to claim the interest, all right, the credits, the guaranteed equity owed to the principal on behalf of the principal, and we want to transfer these credits to the principal's account, because y'all got to remember, we opened an account up for the principal. All right, so if my all caps name is John Smith, or let's say my full name is John Quincy Smith, okay? When I go and open up an account, they're going to ask for my first and last name. My business name is John Smith. Of course, I got a 3 name, John Quincy Smith. All right, but when I open up an account for the principal, all right, it's John Smith. So when you hear the word principal balance, that principal balance is owed to the principal, who is John Smith. Okay? So what we are doing is reimbursing ourselves. You're not supposed to be paying bills with income, all right, with cash, with debit, or anything like that. You're supposed to be using your credits. Okay? So that's why I say you want to ask for a total payoff sheet. Because when you receive a payoff sheet, they're going to send you the whole amount. So let's say my house is $1.2 million, and I only put down let's say I only paid $100,000 of it, right? And let's say that they say I still owe, $950,000 or something like that, okay? Or $1 million. Let's say I owe $1 million. They say the outstanding balance is $1 million. Who is that million owed to? All right. Of course, if you call up and say, who I owe that million to, they're going to be like, you owe us. But on the contract or the payoff sheet, it's going to say the principal's balance, meaning that's how much the principal can use. So what you can do is somebody said I'm on my 3rd time trying to endorse my credit card bill and it's not working. Time to file a claim? Well, you tell me, family. What do you think you should do? Have you studied how to file a claim? Okay? So all right. So please, family, for those that's asking questions like, hey, I'm in the middle of this. How do I do this? Family, there's not just a open sesame term, family. You have to know what's going on. You can say the right thing. If they say no, just listen to a couple of y'all. Y'all say, hey, it's not working. No, my friend, you're not working. It works. You're not working. Imagine if the answer was yes, and you said yes, and they was like, oh, no, the answer is no. What you gonna do? Exactly. It's not working because you're not ready. It's not working because you're not ready. That's what it is, family. Because all I'm going to do is tell you to go read what it is I've been telling you to read. Because, again, if we have a sit-down conversation, they ask you a question, and you don't know how to state your claim. Because if it's me, I'm not going 1, 2, 3, and then saying, waiting. I'm already going to know what I'm going to do after my third letter. If I didn't get nothing in that third, okay, I already know what I'm about to do. I already know. One thing I ain't about to do is talk a bunch of shit to them and then get to the point where I don't know what to do. That's a bluff, y'all. That's not moving in good faith. It's not moving in good faith. What else to read? You want to read your contract. All right? You want to read your contract. I know that sounds cliche, but there are certain things in your contract that you can change, family. If you don't believe me, just Google it. Just go to Google and type in, hey, can I amend my contract if I see something, if I see an issue? Now, you got to understand, what is an issue? There might not be an issue to the other party, but it might be an issue to you. Meaning there's an issue. All right? So if you see things along the line of you voluntarily giving up something that you don't necessarily have to give, y'all got to remember, every contract is a security interest. There's a security interest tied to the contract. You can utilize the security interest to basically perform the full contract. It's already paid, so I'm not saying you can utilize the security interest to pay the contract because it's already paid. What's waiting is for a performance. There's a performance that is waiting. Somebody said contracts are rarely beneficial to both parties. Yeah, that's because one party is uninformed. We're always the uninformed party, always and forever. They're never the uninformed party. They're going to do what we allow them to do. All right, so y'all got to remember, anybody that's just taking the class and just sending shit off, trust and believe you're going to fail, okay? All right? Let me just drop myself. Let's say I was a beginner today, right? And I grab the class. First thing I'm doing is I'm listening to the class. I might not even write nothing. I might just listen to it. Just let it, let me just soak in the information. The second time I hear it, I might start taking notes while I follow along with my contract. All right, I might be taking notes. Third time I read it, all right, I'm going to actually be looking at it with my bill. All right? Okay, I'm actually be looking at my bill while I'm reading. Y'all got to remember, while I'm watching this stuff, when I'm not watching it, I'm reading on my own. I'm not only reading when I cut the class on. Okay? All right, so you got to understand, for those that are in eviction, I hope you have money set to the side just in case you lose. Okay, because again, there is no open sesame words that is going to convince that judge that you understand what's going on. Okay, y'all got to understand, it's on us to prove that we understand what's going on and we know what to do if we have a judgment placed against us that we don't like. All right, so again, it's a lot of stuff that is not in the class that is useful. A lot of people say, hey, well, what about the court? Okay, you went over the court, but how can I get more information on the court? Y'all got to look at what would you do if there was no if there was no social media. But you could still use the internet. Y'all know what I did? I literally went to Google, typed in Florida's legal process. What would I do if I was in Texas? I'm literally typing in Texas local rule procedures. All right, I'm typing in litigation procedures. All right, y'all, none of this information is hidden. we're such babies, we feel like we need somebody to go tell us how to search for things. But I promise you, if they had free tickets to our favorite celebrity, we'll be able to find those tickets. All right? Imagine if you wanted to go to a courtside game. All right? You're going to find them tickets, right? So imagine finding the ticket that's going to get you to a bunch of courtside games. Meaning the information that's going to unlock your financial freedom. All right? So again, if you're stuck on any letters, it's because of you. You have not read enough. No one should ever be getting stuck. You should always be making progression. Always. Always. If you ever get stuck, that means you really wasn't reading. All right? Because even when you get stuck, you be like, you're going to tell yourself, okay, so let me just keep reading. The words "I'm stuck" should never leave a person's mouth. Anytime that leaves a person's mouth, that's a person telling on themselves that because they haven't read enough. Keep reading. You should never get. There is too much information out here at our fingertips for anybody to be stuck. It's too much AI for anybody to be stuck. It's too many acts. It's too much information. It's too many pages on TikTok. It's too many pages on Instagram for anybody to be stuck. You can literally type in Instagram, court procedures for pro se litigants. I bet you it pop up. All right. All right. Do you do my bad. Do you do one-on-ones? I do one-on-one classes. I do one-on-ones. But I'm going to be honest, you can't just talk to me for $10, $40, $50, $100, $200, okay? Family, it's $500 to speak with me for an hour. It doesn't matter how you feel about that, okay? Shout out to everybody that has booked a one-on-one. Is there anybody on here that booked a one-on-one with me that can give a review of how the one-on-ones go? More times than not, we go over an hour, all right? I understand $500 is a lot, okay? So I make sure a person leaves with the correct clarity, all right? We just not on there just kicking shit, just bullshitting around, all right? All right, so yeah, it's $500 one-on-one. Everybody that does a one-on-one with me, the reason why it's $500 is so it pressures a person to go read for free before they even come talk to me. All right, because the last thing I would ever want is somebody paying $500 and asking me a question like, okay, how do I endorse my bills? All right, it got to be questions like, hey, I did that, did this. I just need some more clarification on this point right here. All right, because it's so much you can do with that $500. You can go grab classes that's going to last longer than a 1 hour consultation. All right, now I do have a mentorship that's available right now. Okay, please read the very first link or very first post on my page, family. A lot of people do not read. That's why a lot of people shall perish for the lack of knowledge. A lot of people will be working until they die, okay? All because, not because they're not smart and intelligent people, it's just because they choose not to read. All right, it's a sad way to go out. But that's the reason why a lot of people are where they are, because they haven't read anything. All right. To sign up for my mentorship that's starting in June. Okay, June is next week, family. All right. Read the very first post on my page. Follow the instructions. Sign up. Okay. Yes, it says free to sign up, but this mentorship is not free, family. That's why you must read the directions. If not, you're going to be that person saying, hey, I signed up, but I never got a... It's because you didn't read, okay? All right. So that's for those that want to invest, okay? Now, if you don't have anything to invest, that's cool. You can still get this information, all right? But if I did have it, I definitely would invest in a mentorship. It's a more hands-on class, okay? We're meeting 3 times a week. We're going over contracting, endorsing, the court procedure. All right, a lot of information. All right, three times a week, 3 hours per class, the full month of June. Also in June, we have our Atlanta class. All right, sign up for the Atlanta class. The info for the Huncho. All right, that Atlanta class in person is on the June 21st, June 22nd. It is 100. Sign up, all right? Seats are limited, okay? Seats are limited. Seats are limited. Yeah, man, it's too much information at our fingertips. Alright. Yeah, I know a lot of people need help. I know. That's why I try to tell people where the source is, family. The source is at our fingertips. First thing a person should do is request all their contracts. If you have a mortgage, you should be getting on the phone with your mortgage company tomorrow, saying things like this: hey, I'm thinking about going ahead and paying off my house. Is there any way y'all can send me my contract? I'm going to say that again, simple. It's no different if it's a car. If you still own the car, certain things you can say: hey, bank, I'm thinking about going ahead and paying off my car. I came into some money, thinking about paying off my car. Is there any way you can send me a copy of my contract? Y'all, they're going to be delighted to send this to you. But am I calling and saying, hey, can y'all send me my contract so I can endorse it? Like, what? You got some people that really think to themselves, well, it says right here, say I can do it. I'm about to just go do it. Do y'all really think there's not going to be no pushback? For anybody that thinks I don't get any pushback, okay, I just want you to know you're wrong, all right? Everybody in this field, on this journey, gets pushback, but it's not really much pushback when you understand what's going on, okay? It's not really much pushback when you understand what's going on. Just like if somebody slaps you, it's like a boxing match. Can you take a punch? If you already know you can take a punch, it's not really much pushback. Now, it's going to seem like a knockout for those that's not ready for pushback. For those that think this is some fairy tale shit, you're just thinking, oh, I'm about to take a class, I'm about to just send off my stuff. He said, put this on the bill, and I ain't got to worry about bills no more. What y'all think? What do y'all think this is, man? There's some people that really believe that. Well, I didn't know. I thought all I had to do. Well, you thought what? So you thought you had to do that, but you missed the part where you had to go read for yourself so you could build your own clarity. So again, if you're studying and you're hearing anybody else's voice other than yours, that means you do not have clarity yet. That means you're still in the transition stage of getting clarity. You should be hearing your own voice when you're studying. I know a couple of folks hear my voice when they're studying, which is great, but that just lets you know you still have training wheels. All right, because when I study, I don't hear nobody's voice. Y'all know whose voice I hear when I study? I hear my voice. I hear my voice. I hear my voice. When I'm reading to myself, I hear my voice. When I'm making connections, I hear my voice. I don't hear somebody else's voice. No offense to anybody. I remember when I was first starting out, I was hearing everybody's voices that I was studying. All right, until I started reading for myself and built my own comprehension. Why y'all think I make so many trapping analogies? Why? Because I used to sell weed. All right, you think I'm ashamed about that? No. Hell, I still smoke weed today. All right, do I sell it? No, I don't need to. All right, because I was only doing that to pay my bills. Okay? All right, so what helped me understand this law was I had to put it in layman's terms. All right, I had to compare it to my old lifestyle. All right, if I fronted somebody, okay, a quarter pound of weed, that is 4 ounces. All right, 28 grams is 1 ounce. All right, if I front 4 of those to a runner that didn't have any money at first, but I need to get this product out. All right, so I'm looking at it like that. I looked at it like that. Looked at the banks as my runners. I'm giving the banks product. The banks go find customers to go buy this product. Okay, so what happens is the banks are the borrowers. I'm not the borrower. I'm the one that gave the product. All right, so to somebody, they might know what the fuck I'm talking about. All right, but do you think that stopped me? Do you think I cared what an uppity person that's never sold weed got to say? All right, you think I gave a damn? I didn't give a damn. That's why I'm talking so openly about it. And people be like, oh my gosh, he just said that. Yes, I just said it. The hell I'm ashamed of? Yes, it helped me understand what's going on. Okay? If that's what you got to do to understand what's going on, that's what you got to do. Whatever your lifestyle is, if you got a damn lemonade stand, if you front 10 cups to the first 10 people that come get your lemonade, okay, don't that mean they got to come pay you for those 10 fronted lemonade cups that you gave? Yes. Just like the bank, when you give the bank an application, they got to come back and give you your equal consideration. The problem is we are fronting and we're not collecting. What we're doing, we're fronting and we not collecting. Yeah, I used to be a runner too. I was a runner, then end up being a plug. So I knew it from both aspects. Remember being broke as hell. My homeboy saved my life, goddamn. I remember I was broke as shit. I didn't have nothing going. My homeboy just threw me something like, thank you. God damn, thank you. All right, and I started my run. Okay? But I had to pay back. Okay? I had to pay back. As soon as I got what was owed, I had to pay the principal back. I wasn't the original principal. I was the middleman. Okay? So the banks aren't the principal. That's why they don't ever say outstanding balance owed to Bank of America. No, it always says outstanding balance or outstanding principal balance. All right? That's just what it is, family. You got to make it make sense to you. Now, I understand some of my analogies probably go over folks' head like, huh? What? What did he just say? Quarter pound, fronting, runners. What? What is he talking about? I know he ain't talking about what I'm thinking he's talking about. Yes, I'm talking about what you think I'm talking about. Yes, you got to pay that creditor back. You got to pay the plug back. You know, Plies came out with this song, ran off on the plug, and it fucked the whole game up, okay? It fucked the whole damn game up. It was a hit banger, but that fucked the whole game up. You know, because what Plies dropped was actually what the banks have been doing. The banks been running off on the plug. But it's been getting so bad that the plugs don't even know that they get ran off on. Imagine being a runner, you just getting product, and the damn plug ain't never hitting your phone for nothing. The plug is basically paying you on top of the product that he fronted you. It's the best, man, this is the best era in the world to be a damn runner, it seems like. You got fucking plugs giving workout and repaying on the work. What? Plugs are under some type of spell right now. Like, do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? You are a plug, my friend. You ain't broke. You going to work every day with $1 billion attached to your name. And then they be like, well, where is it? Show me. Show me. Show you what? Show you what? We can show you a Bloomberg account right now. Your next question is going to be, well, how do I use it? You've been using it. That's the matrix. You've been using it. The matrix is we are wealthy, broke people. That's the matrix, y'all. The matrix ain't somebody fucking watching you and shit. Y'all think that's the matrix. Big Brother's watching you. That ain't the damn matrix. The matrix is thinking you're damn poor. Waking up every morning, going to work. Spending time from your kids, saying things like, well, I gotta put food on the table, when you got all these resources out here that's readily able to use if you just read, creditor. Okay? Alright, especially if you're a Christian. All my religious folks, you should jump on this. Man. Damn. If I was Christian, what? Because that Bible is literally a creditor's manual. It literally tell you you're going to perish for the lack of knowledge. All right? Forgive the debtor as we forgive our debtors. Okay? We got to forgive the debtors. All right? Who forgives the debtors? Who? Y'all gotta understand, man. All my religious folks, you walking around saying you's a sin, baby, you are correct. Because God's children are not poor. God's children don't work for their own riches. What? You working for the devil. Your lower self. Yep, grandma, whoever listening, or any grandmas listening right now. I got any grandmas on here? You ain't no child of God. Child of God are informed. Enforcers of God's law. I sound like a damn preacher right now. I be hating that. I do not want to sound like a preacher. That's why I gotta throw curse words in there every now and then. Okay? But it's real. God's children are not poor. God's children are not debtors. Y'all literally walk around and say, I'm made in the image. What fucking image? You damn sure ain't talking about the image. Because what the hell you talking? You ain't representing. Should snatch your damn name tag off your damn shirt. Man, give me that motherfucking chain. You ain't no God child. What? You signing contracts, ain't reading them, saying thank God. Man, it ain't God's work. God didn't say go get a car and don't read nothing and just sign the back. What? What God told you that? How many of us done got a car repo before? Me? Before I knew any of this? As soon as I got that car, man, I went straight to Snapchat. Said, God is good. Won't he do it? He who? He who? Won't he do what? They came and snatched that car in 9 months. I didn't make no payments. That ain't God. The hell, that ain't God. And you got somebody that would have said, well, you should have kept your payments up. That's not God. God ain't keeping payments up. What the hell? What the hell? Imagine somebody giving God a bill. God, we know you done ate. We sent you a bill. What the fuck you mean you sent me a bill? I gave you an application. What the fuck you talking about? I created this. I'm one of the very first investors in this system. What the fuck are you talking about? The hell you mean I owe you? No, you owe me. I'm here to collect. Y'all, do y'all understand we're the debt collectors? We're supposed to be collecting debts. Who's the debt owed to? Because I know I'll be hearing people saying, y'all, we're the debtors. Let me just ask you a question. Who is the debt owed to? If the debt is owed to the principal, is the principal the creditor? Think about that. Think about it. Think about that. That's not God's work, family. All right, that ain't God's work. Exactly. We shall lend, we shall not borrow. We don't borrow. Borrow what? What? Why would I need to borrow something when I can create something out of nothing? Put me in a bathroom, give me an application I can create. Why would I need to go borrow? What? And then you got to think to yourself, borrow what? From whom? One thing we lack, family, we don't read and we don't ask intelligent questions. We ask shit like, what do I do now? Hey, I just walked 5 steps like you said. What do I do now? Hey, I went left 5 steps and backwards 2 steps. What do I do now? Yeah, y'all, this ain't no Simon Says. This ain't Mansa Says. Okay? What if I was fucking lying to everybody? What if I paid every single person that has ever said they got remedy through? What if I paid them, y'all? What would you do? Would you gonna tell yourself, I knew it! I knew it! Man, let me take my ass back to work. A lot of y'all would do that. A lot of y'all would do that. See a law right in your face. Okay, now for the record, I have never done that. I'm just saying. But what if I was just a bona fide liar? Just everything I'm telling you, I just made it up because you never read it, right? How would you know if you haven't read it for yourself? What if I just hop on here and just say a code? Watch, I'm just gonna make up some shit and you tell me if this sounds believable. Alright. Did you know you can get all your money back? All you gotta do is go to 12G45 38C chapter 8. Okay? It's right there, family. It's right there. All you gotta do is read. Again, that's 10 GSF 46 chapter 8 verse 2. All you gotta do is right there, y'all. It's right there. How would you know? You wouldn't. You would just say, what was the code he said? Let me write that down. He said, this is what we got to say. Shoot, I mean, like what? Did you even look up the damn code? Did you even read it? Hell nah. I could be fucking lying like hell, just throwing numbers. 1238, 45 USC, G. Like, say it again. I missed that code. Say it again. Ain't said shit. That's why I tell you, as soon as I say something, Google it. Write it down. And then go read it. Like, so you can see I'm not lying to you. Like, this shit is free. Why y'all think people on here get mad? They be like, yo, he's a fucking scammer. He's charging y'all to read. I know it sounds crazy as hell. And we literally live in a time where people has to charge people to read to them. Now, did I pay somebody to read to me? Yeah. They broke that shit down and made sense to me and it helped. All right, but just think about how far we are behind. Okay? Just think about that. We paying folks to read to us, which is okay because we got to get to the next level, but I'm just trying to show y'all how far we are behind. Some people on here don't even have their contracts. If somebody put a gun to each one of y'all head right now and said, where your contract at? Pull it out. You got 10 minutes. Y'all know how many folks would be like, oh, what do you mean? I don't have it. Why don't you have your contract? Why don't you have your contract? Why? I had to ask myself that, like, bro, why don't you got your damn lease? Why don't you got your car contract? Why not? Like, oh shit, I didn't know I'm supposed to have it. And we try to make up all excuses just instead of saying, damn, I dropped the ball. Let me go get it. A person would give you 100 excuses. Well, you know, I ain't know this information. Who fucking cares if you knew the information? Why don't you have your contract? Why don't you have a copy of your contract? It doesn't matter about knowing this or not, because we so quick to say, oh, well, I didn't know this. Oh, I didn't know this. It doesn't matter what you knew. You signed it. Why don't you at least have a copy? Granted, I'm not saying know what's going on. Just why don't you have a copy? Why aren't you literate enough to go through your emails and print out your disclosures? Because family, you couldn't have got that account with no email. You know, the old heads, some of us is 28 years old, say, oh, I'm about to be 30. You know, I'm an old head, man. I don't really know the fuck you talking about, you old head. You're a damn 2000s baby. You a late 90s baby. Okay? Anybody that came up through the 90s, early 2000s, you have no excuse of not being email savvy, because every single account that you have some type of email attached to it, and that is where all your disclosures are sent to, because they know, hey, we're going to mail you a copy. We're also going to email. And some folks been following me for the longest. They still don't have all their contracts. You know what some folks say? They won't give it to me. I just be like, you little child. Stand up. Grow up. How many folks have said it already? They're not giving it to me. I just hear my little daughter telling on my son, he won't
give it to me. They won't give it to me. Like, damn, okay, well, go back to work then. What you want to talk about? What you want me to do? You think I'm supposed to pull up on them and debo them? What you gonna do? They said no, fuck you. They said, what contract? This is my contract, punk. And now they got you going to somebody else saying, what do I do? What do I do? If they don't tell you the tale of the tape, I don't know what else is gonna tell you. That should show you our position. They looking at us saying, no, we don't provide that type of information. Imagine somebody on the phone that's working a 9 to 5 telling you, investor, we don't provide you with your documents. Sorry, that's policy. Man, what? You should get offended like somebody slapped your mama. Somebody called your mama a dirty bitch. Okay? You gotta get offended. Like, what you mean you can't give me my own documents? Like, sometimes you gotta make that stand right there. They're like, oh no, it's not that we're not giving you your own document. Well, Shirley, you just said you ain't giving me my own contract, Shirley. I thought this was gonna be an easy call. Like, hey, I'm calling y'all up to get my contract. You telling me no? I feel like a child right now. I'm being honest, Shirley. I got 5 kids. Okay, I got 10 kids, Shirley. And they ain't them talking to me like how you talking to me right now, Shirley. I'd be quite embarrassed if I had you on speakerphone right now, Shirley, because my kids is listening. And if they hear you telling me that you ain't gonna give me mines, how this gonna make me look, Shirley? How I'm gonna look like the alpha of my house, Shirley? Okay? Yeah, y'all be, man, what? Y'all be making these people feel so personable. Okay? Because my life is on the damn line. They job is on the line, but my life is on the line. Okay? And that's how I'm able to get all my damn I ain't never, and I'm be honest, just throw this out there. Yes, I have to battle on all my accounts, but I have never, man, and I wish, and excuse my French, I wish a motherfucker would not give me my contract. What? That's the ultimate disrespect. Like, sit down, child. Shut up. We don't provide that type of disclosures. You know why they're telling you that? Because you haven't came to them in the right capacity, meaning mentality. All my secured party creditor packet partiers, okay, I know you're looking for some type of documentation that make you in some type of status, but your status starts in your mind, my friend. You can have all that party packet for secured partiers all you want, okay? That is not gonna change them folks telling you, hey, sorry. What are you gonna do then? Go call them and tell them, hey, I'm a security party packet for partiers. I'm supposed to get rent. Like, what, man? Sit your childish ass down. Okay? Paperwork don't make you look grown. It's how you enforce the paperwork. It make you look grown. I can get paperwork to any damn body. I can get paperwork to all my little babies and say, hey, take this paperwork to the kitchen. They gonna run their little ass in the kitchen and say, then now what, daddy? That's all folks is damn doing. Buying the class, taking some paperwork, going to the kitchen, and thinking that's it. Now that's all you thought you had to do? It's some people like that, y'all. And then they call me a scammer. They be like, that shit did work. I did it, and all my cards got cut off. Because I sent 3 letters, and I didn't know how to sue. So shit, they shut my shit off. And that's how I be living. His shit got my shit. That's how I be, y'all. That's how I be, y'all. That's how I be. That's how I be. Just ask any person that ever quit with my process, or the process that I introduce people to, meaning the law is not my process. Just ask them, hey, what did you do? They're gonna be like, I did everything you said. I sent that in, and they shut my shit off. Man, I ain't fucking with them. Just hear what they saying. Just hear what they saying. That's why, y'all, it's gonna be a battle between the informed versus the uninformed. And it's gonna be less informed, but we way more stronger than the uninformed. Let me say that loud. There's gonna be a battle between the informed and the uninformed. Yes, there's way more uninformed people, but they weak as shit. All right? Because they don't know anything. But they dangerous. They dangerous as hell. Why? Because there's more of them than it is of us. And we always gonna sound crazy. Alright? We gonna have the nice shit. And they gonna be jumping over the walls to tear our shit down. Alright? That's why it's imperative that we each one teach one. We gotta teach as many as we can. Alright? For the clock run out. And the clock that I'm talking about is when uninformed people get to the point of saying, man, fuck this shit. Y'all, it's gonna be that moment when whites, blacks, quote unquote, Hispanics, alright, everybody gonna just come to a point like, man, fuck this shit. We tired of paying bills. Folks gonna be out there marching. It's gonna be a kumbaya. People gonna have they picket signs and shit. And then somebody gonna have a bright idea and say, you know what? Let's take our anger out on the rich. They should pay more for our for us being uninformed. How many of y'all think the rich should pay more taxes because you're uninformed? Imagine that. Imagine telling yourself, I think someone else should pay more to help us out. You child, you are over the age of 18. You are not a kid. Okay? Man, y'all, they dangerous. Man, they dangerous. They are dangerous. Y'all didn't see how hard that JT dude was going? Man, I was having fun, but I seen it in his eyes how much he hated me. And I was like, damn, if I wasn't who I was, I'd be a little bit scared. I was like, I seen the hate in his eye. I'm like, I ain't never had someone break down the information as like I break it down and just said, man, nah, this Negro's still wrong. I don't care what he said. He done been to jail too many times for me to believe him. To be honest, family, I would probably listen to somebody more that has done things and redeemed themselves, okay, rather than somebody that always played it safe and they ain't never tried shit. Alright. So cold talk, street talk, I would say I would rather follow somebody that jumped off the porch and experienced life, rather it was right or wrong. Alright. And then they came to the realization like, damn, I see what I was doing wrong. I found a way. Rather than somebody that's always kept it safe and just uninformed. Y'all, it's some dangerous people out here. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all. You're going to lose family members. You're going to lose friends. Alright? And you can't tell yourself, damn, I don't want to lose my folks. I'm going to be honest. This might sound cold-hearted. But you got to tell yourself, man, fuck them. You got to say it, fam. I know you. Some of y'all got a huge heart. Alright? Some of y'all got a huge heart. My heart is very big as well. Way bigger than what a lot of people think. Alright? But the only way you can save everybody is if you save yourself first. You can't save nobody if you don't have no results. Let me say that again. You can't save nobody if you don't have any results. I have results, and I still haven't got to the people that I truly thought that I would get to after I got results, family. Okay? So, I'm here to let you know, stop waiting on people. You're going to be waiting on nothing. It's still some people waiting for the sky to crack. It's still some people waiting to die so they can have 40 virgins. I'm here to let you know, family, you can have your heaven here. You don't need to wait. Alright, this information is readily available for all of us consumers, for all of us to use. Okay? It is our fault. We are the demons to our own demise. Alright, a lot of us are scared as shit. I don't know why. It's because all of us been doing everything by the rule book, and it has gotten us nowhere. Our parents did the same things. Their parents did the same things. They don't have anything to show for it except for they was able to put food on the table. But again, there was always food stamps. Again, it was always food stamps. Let me say that again, because that might go over somebody's head. It's always food stamps. How are we living, eating food stamps for free, or getting food stamps for free? Because we are not reporting income, because income are for workers. I'm gonna say it again. How do we get free food? Because we do not report income. Because we don't make income. Ah ha ha. I know you thought it was a scam, but you're scamming yourself by working and withdrawing from all your benefits because you're working. They're not going to give you benefits while you're working. You're basically saying, hey, forget my Social Security benefits. I'm going to go work. I'm going to go make $20 an hour. I'm going to go make 6 figures. And some of y'all would never understand that concept because you're too well trained. You're too well oiled, too well trained. Some of y'all would defend your lifestyle quicker than you would just even listen to what is going on. You about to get paid on Friday. You done got that new manager position. You're telling everybody's gonna congratulate you just to come to this live and hear me say, you's a sucker. That ain't shit. Okay? That ain't shit. That ain't shit. If you ain't signing the checks, you ain't on shit. I ain't gonna apologize. I was about to say I apologize, but I don't apologize. I gotta stop being fake. I don't apologize. Okay? You're not on shit. Alright? That's just what the law said. I wish the law had a street code so you can see, because when I be reading the law, I be reading it in the street terms. When I read 1 USC 1, when it said anybody into contract is incompetent or disabled, I was like, oh, they just basically said any motherfucker that hopped into a contract and ain't read shit is a dumbass. Any person that's working to pay a bill is a goofy. I'm like, yo, they need to have a layman's law book. Ooh, wait. That give y'all idea. They need to have a layman's street code law book to break all the laws down in street terms. Because once you understand that exact, man, they're not different, y'all. They the same. They talk shit too, but they gotta be business-like about it. They be saying you're incompetent. You're disabled. They say from the age of 18 to 25, if you don't claim anything, you either lost at sea, dead, or you just fucking disabled. Now, which one do you fall under? Are you lost at sea? Are you dead? Or are you disabled? That's your only options. Now, of course, you're not dead because you're right here. You're looking at me. Of course, you ain't lost at sea because what fucking boat you in? You at home right now. You're looking at me right now. So that can only mean we might be disabled, family. Can we rehabilitate a disability? I'm going to say it again. Can we rehabilitate a disability? Yes, you can. You know how you rehabilitate a disability of not being able to contract? By becoming competent. Y'all, that's the cure. That's the remedy. Become competent. Folks looking for the remedy is competency. That's the remedy. Now, why is everybody disabled that's working? They're disabled. Why? Because they're working for something that they don't have to. Unless you go to that person and ask them, hey, would you do this job for free? And they be like, yes, I'll do this free, then we can't say shit to you. But if I go to any person and say, would you do this job for free? And they be like, man, hell no, I'm doing this to keep food on the table. Man, they disabled. And don't argue with me. Argue with 1 USC 1. 1 USC 1. Argue with them. Don't argue with me. Okay? Alright? So, we're going to do a part 2. Get y'all up out of here about 10:30. Alright? I'm going to answer some more questions. Alright? Stay with it.